I'm scared to think about anything now.
Megan is filled with like energy. You've never had this kind of desire to run or hunt or anything ever before, but you're filled with this desire to use your newfound strength. You look down, your sort of slightly flabby arms are just rail hard muscle.
So the shock then will turn to like a grin, and then I'll just turn and leap up at a tree.
You'll see when she laughs, her mouth is filled with razor teeth as she jumps and jumps high up into the tree, catching it. And you can see a sort of shimmering buzz behind her as wings help her jump.
Okay. Oh.
She'll catch onto the bark. And
this isn't funny.
Tom looks up and he's like, that is some trippy shit.
I'll just look at Byron. It's just you and me.
Who's prey now, losers?
No.
And I'll leap back down.
Like, I don't feel any different.
Have you looked at your hands?
That could be anything.
It's not a medical condition I'm familiar with.
Oh, really? Yeah. 2 years into a doctor's course and all of a sudden you're a fucking expert of the world. Right, okay.
Tom, where's the aggression coming from?
Watch it, Tom.
Kind of narrowing of eyes. I just think we need to sort of stick together.
I agree. Can we get off the trail?
Interesting enough, Jane, you hear it before anybody else. You're hearing, and interesting enough, you've got a little bit of fur at the top of your ears as you're kind of going into this kind of slightly animalistic aspect. You pick up, your ears twitch, guys. You'll see her ears twitch a little bit. You turn your
Party
head.
trick.
You hear some movement down the trail.
Something's coming down the trail.
Get off the trail.
Something wicked this way comes.
Get off the trail.
You have to tell me twice.
You guys zip away from the trail. The figure that was stood there bolts and heads off behind the rise. And you can see on the other side of the rise there's a dip and it drops down into a little crevasse. There's lots of hidden terrain here that by the look of it, you can head behind here, look back to the trail, or you can just crack.
I'm going to assume that he knows what he's doing, so I'm going to do what he just did.
Oh, okay. Right, you, Megan, and Tom fucking race off at like,
Hi, Byron.
meter dash, and you're zipping past, and you'll have to hold back hard to for these guys to keep up with you.
I'm slowing down to ensure that Byron can make it because he's not exactly Captain Fit.
He's kind of lost in thought, Byron, isn't it? And it's kind of wandering through this place like it's some crazy dream world.
To be fair,
I have no sense of urgency at all.
Then I will be propelling you along.
There's a moment there where Mike, you're thinking, I've got to protect them. You're the protector. You're the big brother, remember? You're everyone's big brother. And as you think that, your kind of steps become heavier in the wood. Guys, you can see his kind of skin takes on an ashen color, almost like a rhino. And he becomes heavier set as he steps. There's a kind of loud thump as his feet hit the ground. He's getting bigger.
Yeah.
How tall's Mike? I'd pinned him around the 6 foot mark.
I'd have said 6'2".
Okay, he's like 6'8". You kind of boom, boom, boom. You notice his jaw has become much bigger. The muscles down the side of his jaw are much more pronounced. There's a sort of slightly ogre aspect to him, an ogreish look. His forehead's kind of retained its normal complexion, but you can see he's got more brutish features.
Keep going, Byron. What? What's gone with my voice?
Yeah, he's gone from a deep tenor to a deep bass.
Oh, bollocks.
Yeah, you reckon your thigh is like as thick as thick as Tom's chest. It's like you've gone huge.
I hate this place.
You see the head of the guy that ran off into the forest kind of peer round a kind of outcropping. He beckons quickly. You can hear the sound louder on the trail.
Pick Byron up.
Whoa.
Scooped up, Byron. You're scooped up off your feet.
To make double time.
I dropped my spliff.
Oh no! You run along, and there is a kind of little dell here, a little sort of hidden space. The up close, it's clearly a male. Well, sometime it was a male human, but it's like it's crossed with some kind of deer or antelope. There's sort of little stubby horns across the top of his head, and he'll point back towards the trail, and you see this hammering coat, like a hammering set of horses run through, and you realise the horses haven't got mounted riders. They're like centaurs, and riding at the back on a huge stallion is the Wandering Rose. And each one of the huge centaurs has a huge bow, and they come hammering down the trail like with supernatural swiftness, and they come to a sort of skidding halt. And you'll see the Wandering Rose jump down, and she walks to the edge of the trail. She looks in your direction, and then laughs and gestures them on. And the hunt continues, and crashes past her. She jumps up nimbly onto the back of the horse and zips off with them.
Please.
Did she see us?
I kind of hate your girlfriend right now.
There's a kind of gasp of relief from the deer stood beside you.
I'm gently growling.
She looked this
Just
way.
like a
Did she
few
know we're
rocks.
here?
I don't know. There's a moment as the deer guy looks at you guys, sort of starts to back away like it's instinct.
I will turn to him and I'll say, "Thank you for helping us. What's your name?"
That's a Thomas, I think.
Shakes his head.
How do we get out of here?
Mike.
Too long ago. Forgotten.
How long have you been here?
Looks up at the sky. Too long.
How do we get out?
Forgotten.
Byron, how do we get out?
You're assuming I've been here before.
You
all seem to have adapted really well.
I can take you to the gardener.
Gardener?
He has a name. Nods.
Back around to the others.
Do we
If
want
it's
to meet
answers,
the gardener? Do we
I'm
want to
willing.
meet the gardener?
Not the monster. Not near the monster. The other way.
That sounds great.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll kind of pat my shoulder. Megan.
I am not sitting on your shoulder.
Go on.
I'm not doing it.
He'll
Not doing it.
he'll reach out to help
Even though you
Byron.
are.
Like, come on.
Okay.
And takes it slow, but heads further down this kind of little ravine that opens out, and you can see a myriad of little trails that kind of spider off from here.
I guess I can't ninja my way down anywhere.
No, you don't do ninjaing anymore.
No.
As you start to move along the trail, you notice there's a shift again. You kind of run. You guys head past a set of trees. There's a distortion, as if the wood change around you.
Distance, time.
Why do the trees change?
They always change.
Are we?
This place is alive. There's the deer. Hard to find places. The woods change so much. It keeps the hunt fresh. There are only two places. Only two places. Don't remember. The gardener will know.
Because he has a name.
Yes.
And the names have power. Yeah.
Forgotten.
I'll look at Byron. How come you've not changed?
Because I haven't wanted anything.
Neither did I. Well.
Ours. It must be that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Bollocks.
Thing. Oh, bollocks.
You all wanted something. I'm just observing.
There's a smile. And he nods, and the deer guy heads off a little quicker, leads you guys down the trail. As you're starting to get a little more comfortable with your changed forms, those of you that have changed forms. Jane, you're definitely stronger, faster, if such a thing is possible. You think you might be beyond human capabilities.
Wow.
There is a desperate urge to run on all fours there.
I know to the millimeter how far I can long jump.
Oh yeah,
And high jump. I'm gonna try a test and see how I benchmark against myself.
Oh yeah, you'll hard pass that like big time. You're 50-60% farther, faster, stronger than your previous form.
Holy crap! I could clean up.
I can clean up. I just need to shave. You guys will notice.
Questions.
You guys will notice that you can see her eye has turned into a vertical slit, an animal, a kind of cat-like aspect to it.
Whoa!
She kind of starts to get more comfortable in her form.
Contacts, good dentist, good razor. I can still compete.
It's totally doable. The deer folk lead you down a hill. You can hear the sound of rushing water. It gives like a little whoop of excitement, as if he was surprised to find it here. Thought it might have been further. Turns and smiles and points down. The gardener, see? And as you guys come up next to him, you'll see a kind of a more verdant, where it's kind of an ancient forest up here. A little further down, it looks like the shrubs and the bushes have been trimmed almost. Have like something like a garden look to them. And he gestures down as if like you should go, but doesn't go any further.
I'll just start walking.
Yeah.
Head off.
You not coming, Mr. Thomas?
He looks confused when you say Mr. Tumnus, but he just pats his chest and goes, "Pray." He'll walk across before you guys are kind of moving a little way towards the garden, but he walks across to you, Byron, and places his hand upon your chest. Make your choice soon. Predator or prey? He says with a kind of uncomfortable smile. Make it soon, or there'll be nothing left of you. And with that, there's a twitch, like a sort of shudder. Maybe it's the wind or something, one of the bushes, and it then zips off. Double quick time. You heading down towards the garden?
Yeah, there's a gardener we need to speak to.
Head down. You notice there's a pathway. There are stones laid in the path. And you can hear the sound of snipping. Thump, 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 thump. At the sound of the the heavy presence moving close, that snipping stops.
That was me being quiet.
You see a elderly man. At one time, he must have been a man with ram's horns, kind of circular curve of ram's horns.
Yeah, you should do the talking.
And a cloak of leaves and moss, and in his hand a pair of flint shears. Kind of narrows his eyes and looks to you.
You the gardener?
Who are you?
I'm Jane. We're newly
You're a Hunter
arrived.
Heart. Hunter Heart, one of the beasts. I've seen your kind before. Your name is not Jane, it's Hunter Heart.
I glance around at the posse like, he's crazy.
Stick to your name.
I'll just gesture to everything around us.
He goes,
Crazy. This is crazy.
He points to Mike. He goes, Gristle Grinder. He points to Megan and goes, Lurk Glider. Says, I know your names.
Mike.
Oh, Megan. Tom, and this is Byron.
Actually, I kind of like Hunter Heart.
You still wear the old names. They will fade soon enough.
Where are we?
How do we get out of here?
Eternal Forest. The Wandering Roses realm.
Where's the exit?
Wherever she wills it.
There is one other place.
Where?
But it's a dangerous place. A chimera stays there.
What's a chimera? Megan, what's a chimera?
I've heard that. That's in like Greek mythology or something, man.
Yeah,
Mix of creatures.
I'll explain what a chimera is.
The chimera is a creature that stalks the dark, the solitary paths, deepest places of the hedge, and there is one here in the garden.
So the exit's in the garden. Is the exit? Did he say the exit's in the garden?
Think
That's what
so.
he said. Where's the exit?
Byron, snap
points
out of
off
it.
into the distance.
Well,
You cannot take your
let's go.
friend though.
What friend?
Points to Byron.
Why not?
He won't make it.
Why?
He points to Byron. Look, see how he fades. You turn your attention to Byron. Byron looks somewhat insubstantial.
Byron, choose. Come on.
Almost like that he's almost gone into that dreamlike state. He's continued in many ways. Byron's kind of like, this is like a dream.
Byron,
And
come on.
something almost insubstantial about him. It's still early days, but
They said that you need to choose. Choose.
Yeah, Byron, I think.
Byron,
What if my choice is not to choose?
Byron, come on. We're right near the exit. Come on.
You are our friend. You are not allowed to just fade away.
Come on. Choose.
Tom says to you, Byron, do you like it here in the garden? Do you feel safe here?
No.
Good. Then let's get you the fuck out of here. Fair?
Okay.
Smiles. And he'll kind of pat you on the shoulder. Good. Gardner, how the fuck do we get out of here again? The goat man kind of laughs. It's not so simple. The Wandering Rose doesn't easily allow those to leave her place. You must choose. It's only by becoming predator or prey that you can become part of this place, truly. And only a part of this place can leave. Does that make sense?
I guess.
No.
So we've chosen so we can leave. Or does that mean we have to kill something?
Nods. Find prey. Become predators.
No.
So that means that the only way to leave this place is to be a predator, because a prey has to be hunted.
Sometimes prey can be chased out. I've heard of it. But the place is alive. The Rose's realm is a living thing.
What is Rose?
Rose? You do not know?
No, she looks like a crazy lady.
The trickster of green places and dark forests. Our wandering Rose. She's one of the gentry.
I'll make the gesture.
She is, how would you call her? One of the Fae? Of the true Fae? A creature of dreams. But she is very real. And here, her dreams are real.
The Fae are all in Celtic myths, man. Seelie and unseelie and all that kind of shit, man.
So, like...
You ever read Fairy Tale by Feist? No?
Midsummer Night's Dream.
No.
Fairies.
Fairies?
No.
It's a fairy?
Did she find you as a young woman lost and needing help?
Yes.
Yes.
Did she seek you for protection?
Yeah.
Yes.
Were you hunted?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been dreaming about her for years.
She comes to some who dream. Some who glimpse the boundary between this place and the next.
You saying he was the magnet?
No.
She sounds
Maybe
like a
he's the only
bitch.
one that truly sees. You understand?
Well,
So
there's only one way to get out of here. You've all gone predators and we're a team, so I guess I must become a predator.
Better to burn out than fade away, Byron.
Where the briar wolves?
I think we know who they are.
Well, beware, just what? Because they got pointy teeth, or is there something else we need to know?
They are predators that have lost their way.
How long have you been here?
They don't have a certain time, man.
There is no day or night. Only the seasons and time as the rose desires it to pass. I don't know how long I've been here. Long enough for this garden to grow.
Did she be killed?
He looks across at you as if you just told him you had two heads. Killed? How can you kill one that is part of this place?
I don't know. I'm trying to understand this place.
Don't try and understand it, but just think of it as like you're asking how to kill God of Olympus while they're sat in Olympus, man.
He nods.
You're like trying to ask to kill Hera, queen of the fucking Greek gods, while you're sat in Olympus's front room.
I know these names. Yes, like that. He smiles and hands you a flower. And he says, wise words, and hands you a pretty flower.
Cheers, man.
Plucked from a tree. Take it.
So we.
Right. So where's the exit?
There are the forest. It changes all the time. It's a living place. There are two places only, or three. Three places only that exist here always. They are fixed. The Rose's house, her domain, the place that she rests, the Chimera's home, and the trail. Those are the only places. Everywhere else changes all the time.
It's the Chimera's home on the trail.
Yes. The other end.
What does it look like?
I think we'll know it when we see it.
Its body is that of a lion, with a mangy, crusted mane. The eyes of a spider. The mouth of a ant, perhaps. Long tail.
The mashup.
Scaly arms. I've only seen it once. It was a fearsome thing. But it does enjoy riddles, he says with a smile.
Oh, great.
Riddles.
It cannot be bested. It cannot be defeated. It is of this place too. It was here before the rose.
Oh, so how do we get out?
I thought she was eternal or something.
He nods, as if that makes perfect sense.
So how do we get? How
Just
do we
take
get
a step
out?
to the left and have an aneurysm.
It loves riddles.
How do
Okay,
we get
You know
out?
what you said?
So we can't kill it. We can't better it, but we have to get past it to get out.
There are goblins there and fruit.
Goblins and fruit, great.
He looks a little hurt by that, as if he's just given you a great piece of information. Like,
Goblins and fruit.
What does
there's
that mean?
goblins there and fruit. The goblins serve the chimera.
I look around at the rest of the group with the sort of guys kind of expression on my face.
It's obvious.
Goblins. What kind of fruit? Like,
Gosh, there's such a beautiful smell here. Like delicious scented vanilla, then sweet and luxurious, and you can almost taste it.
Dribble.
Oh my god!
Without even realising I'm doing it.
Smells so good.
Without realising I'm doing it, there are ropes of saliva.
You can, guys. You can.
Where's that smell
You'll fix. I was going to say you'll fix on the smell. The smell comes from Byron.
Byron,
Byron.
what is that scent you're wearing, man? It's awesome.
you smell good.
Walk across to him.
His hair looks like petals. A flowering, says the gardener. A flowering.
Fairest.
Fairest of them all.
Of course.
He smiles. A fairest flowering. He points at Tom. And a woodblood as well. You are all strange.
No, point me says something I agree with.
Yeah.
Go back. Find your predator or prey.
Not comfortable with killing.
Then die.
Not comfortable dying either.
You will find yourself lacking in comfort then, Gristle Grinder. Go find something to taste. Use those jaws as the Fae decided. Go. Be at one with the forest.
Thanks,
Take your lioness and go and run. Hunt a heart. Lead your friends.
I agree. I think this conversation's run its course. Let's move.
Yeah.
Come here when the season changes. You'll find the garden once again, if you're still here.
Don't think we'll be popping by, but thanks for the invite.
Take water in the stream before you go. You'll need it.
No. Take him up on that.
Yeah.
He'll gesture across. You didn't even see a stream. He gestures across and there's a stream there.
I'll go have a drink.
The water is crystal clear, cool,
bit odd.
refreshing.
I'll just lean down, unhinge the lower part of my jaw, and the water just kind of scoops in.
Yeah. Guys, when you see Trapjaw, right, drop his jaw, you can see there is all the kind of bottom set of teeth have turned into these huge like bone grinders. You know, there's kind of like a huge set of lower teeth and a huge set of upper teeth to fix it. You reckon he can bite through a tree trunk? It looks like. The muscle stands out on him. stretches the clothing, the ripped clothing that he
Mike,
wears.
you
It's
got
fantastic.
real big, real fast.
What does Byron look like?
Byron, as you guys walk across the water, there's a slight greenish tinge to Byron's skin. Could he be more beautiful? Perhaps. There's something delicate about his features.
Eyes.
His hair's got like the texture of petals. It's like he's a part man, part flower. You can see blossoms like appearing briefly for a moment. They just kind of burst from his skin.
Typical.
Wow.
And then
You're
almost
so
like
pretty.
kind of,
What?
you feel alive and in tune to this place, Byron.
What did
No.
Megan just say?
And in a way that you've never felt
Wow,
before.
you're so pretty.
He is?
There's a burbling growl while I'm still
perhaps-
drinking from the stream.
Perhaps when music takes you, or the drugs have taken you somewhere else, this feels so much like home. Even though there is danger, you feel that sense of menace. This feels quite natural.
Sirens call.
I'll get a drink. I'll shoot.
I'll
What,
just kind of
through
catch
your prob-
Megan's eye
through
when
your
we're drinking
proboscis?
at the floor and just go, Megan, he's so hot.
Just stop.
Snap. Megan, snap. Shut up.
Guys, you
Gotta
can,
get out of here. Stay focused. Stay focused.
as you kind of
Eyes
come up
off
from
the boys and on the exit.
as your heads come up from the consuming the water in the stream, you look back and the bushes are there, but you can't. They look more tangled and wild than they did before, unkempt almost, and there's no sign of the goat man. It's almost like this place was the garden a moment ago, but isn't there.
This place is starting to get on my wick.
It's getting right on my tits. Where's the trail?
You're
Perhaps distance.
Medz, you mute.
We need to
How did that
move.
go on?
Special mute.
Auto mute. My
Self-censored.
tablet doesn't like me.
Which way are you heading?
So
So what? We have to kill something
we have
and
to
then
find the
we're
trail.
able to
We have to
escape.
find the
Find-
trail.
Find the trail and head right.
How about?
Let's escape before we get hungry.
Yeah. Well, or we chase
I'll look
the prey
across it.
out and follow it out. Then we're hunting, and the prey gets out too. Great result.
That seems like a lot of hard work.
Perfect thing for Byron.
You'd rather kill something.
No, I agree, Megan. You have a cracking idea.
What was the
You
idea?
chose to be a predator. Own it.
I didn't. I just picked up a
You,
spear.
you stood there and you said, I don't want to be prey.
You did,
Right.
girl. To be fair.
I did, but that was because
Own
I
it.
didn't want to get hunted by one of those things.
Well, I think
Well,
I
I
made
don't-
the right choice. If I had to pick one or the other, I'm not prey.
Tom nods. I agree.
Uh,
Why don't we follow the howl, see what they're hunting, and then if their prey gives it the slip, maybe we'll pick up the trail and see if we can chase it out.
Yeah,
Maybe if we keep
I
chasing
get that.
it, maybe if we keep chasing it and we don't just like when we catch it, drop it and kill it, maybe ultimately it'll chase its way out.
Well, either that or we'll confuse it to death.
Yeah, I think probably more the latter, but
We don't have a.
should we do that?
Uh-huh.
Well,
By
let's
the
go
way,
then.
everything we've seen so far has been near the trail, so that howl may be near the trail.
Okay.
Trail is where the hunt is.
Hey,
do-
yeah, see? Trail's where the hunt is. Let's head for the
Okay.
howl.
And that's also where that Rose character is, I think.
If
We
all
need
else
to give her
fails,
one. But
we can hunt
Bite
for
her in
hunters.
two. Bite her in two.
Okay. To the trail then. And with that, you'll interestingly enough, Tom walks across to a tree and he reaches out to the sapling and just leans against it for a moment while you're kind of gathering your bits and pieces up. And looks and you see him look off into the forest. He goes, "The trail is that way. I know it.
How?
I feel it."
He's talking to the trees.
I'll
Smiles.
believe you.
They hear me.
Oh,
Dinner plate size hand.
I'll drop to all fours.
Come on, you've got to admit, as terrifying as this place is, it's amazing.
No.
No, it really isn't. We need to get out.
I agree with Megan.
It's kind of growing on me. Now I know we can leave.
You start to. Tom will start to run
help you.
that direction. It's a lot faster than he was when he was normal.
Yeah, so I'll drop to all
guys-
fours and take off.
I won't
Okay.
be able to keep up with that sort of speed.
Yeah, you do actually. You can take these
Massive
great big,
strides.
huge strides, and you don't seem to actually. You imagine sprinting, but you don't seem to get tired. So you're kind of huffing along as hard as you can, but you don't seem to feel tired. You just
Yeah.
just keep on running, keep on
We have to
trucking,
go around
baby.
bushes. You don't.
For them, it's
Do we
quick,
know-
it's agile. You're just like
Making my own path.
just trucking, baby.
Like an obsidian
saplings.
marathon.
Amusingly, in the distance, you see figures moving. There's a blur of motion as you see what looks like a part rabbit, part human, or two or three zip past quickly.
Oh my god, look, and they're adorable.
Right.
They're human size, well, child size perhaps. They're like children. And behind them come those tall, slender, whip-thin, gnarled figures. From here at distance, you can see a ridge of fur down their back. Their heads have got that sort of squat but longer.
Hyena
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, there's a little bit kind of hyena cross with a werewolf. These must be the Briar Wolves.
So
They stand
those.
and then kind of, in a similar way to Jane, drop to all fours to chase the rabbits. Tom kind of pauses. Shall we? What happens if we hunt the hunters?
Let's try and find out.
Makes us the apex predator.
As I barrel past.
There's a
Anything that's being hunted is prey.
Go team.
Interesting enough, as you guys accelerate away, you notice as you start following the Briar Wolves, they'll, as soon as they realise, and it's not hard for them to realise given Trompy McTromp,
I don't know what you mean.
they stop, and you hear like a hoot of delight from, or a honk from delight from the rabbits as they sort of scamper away. They clearly were no match for the wolves and would have been easily taken down by them. And so there's kind of a point where one of the three wolves stops and turns and gestures to the other two. They turn snarling towards five of you. Fresh meat, says the leader as he
I'm more of a vegetarian option.
you can see the other two sort of rise up from their kind
This is bad.
of... Would everybody please roll me a d10 for initiative?
Arms wide, jaw unhinged.
I want to.
Whoop.
A 1. That's awesome.
Hey,
Welcome back,
well done,
Brona.
Joe.
A 1.
Oh, we're back to
I'm
good
like,
old-
Only dice.
I got a
Roll
2
dice.
in your face.
One.
Right. Okay. So
Megan does not know what to do. She's waiting to see what Mike does.
Some things never change, really. It's
four.
Medz, me.
Yeah.
Medz, you got a 6. Joe. Joe, you delight us all with a critical
Joe.
failure.
Yeah.
Mike, you bring up the rear. Okay, right. Medz, top of the round. What's your action, please?
I'm not a fighter.
No.
I'm a lover. I
Um,
have no idea.
I'm gonna bloom
Well, you definitely kind of, as these things turn to you, the three of them turn to the five of you. You're kind of like, you're the first to kind of step forward to act. So you want to hold? You can hold, no problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna slink myself behind Giant Trumpy McTrump and the wooden guy with the sword.
Okay, no worries.
Hunter.
Andy, you're on deck. What do you do?
Arms wide, jaw open, charge.
Oh, okay. Can you please roll me 8 dice?
That is a botch.
Yeah, I'd say that's botch.
Hey guys, we're back.
I'm going to charge.
WAD.
New world, same strategy.
Kind of like opens his arms wide and races forward. And there's a kind of, you can see all three of them. There's a glimmer of, as their kind of jaws smile. The one at the front will sort of step nimbly backwards, and the two either side rake claws along your legs either side, and the one at the back kind of rolls out of the way, and as you go kind of crushing past them where they were, you take damage. You're hurt.
Okay.
Nasty scratch. And interesting enough, the wounds are 3 raked claws, 1 on each leg. Just
what they might be.
A lot like Grundak, chipping away. Next up is Mike. What's Jane doing?
I'm going to take a step to the left to get round old Gristle Grinder.
Yeah.
And throw my spear like I mean it.
Throw your spear like you mean it. 8 dice.
Put your hands on your
Trained
head.
all my life for this. Please don't botch.
Don't be me.
I'm just my magic.
Whoop.
No successes. My God, it's roll d28 tonight.
Shit.
You're like, in fairness, this is the first time that you have used your newfound strength.
Yeah, just held it way over them.
So I was going to say, you hurl it, and there's just no drop. Right? You just hurl it, and there's no drop, and it sort of sails about 6 inches over this guy's one of the Briarwolf's heads, missing it quite clearly. Joe, you're on deck. What does Megan do?
She's waiting. She's kind of standing back where Mike is and waiting to see what unfolds.
Well, Mike's piled in. That's what's unfolded. Mike runs headlong into the group and gets slashed up.
Fangs and talons and wings, man.
That was the distraction.
Be flying monkey in their ass.
Yeah. That was the distraction. It worked.
Okay, I'll go for it. I'll kind of take off and come in from the top.
Yeah, you literally can't fly, but you can glide almost. So you kind of leap up and kind of drop down.
Oh God!
You can make me an attack roll with 7 dice, please.
Kill a squirrel monkey.
You're a lemur.
Ooh.
Well done.
So far, the only one of us has performed at all.
I was going to say, you see Megan take a couple of steps, run, and then jump, and as she leaps up, the Briarwolf that was expecting her to kind of come in, at a level, suddenly is like, what the fuck? Glides up, and those claws, man, those claws hurt. You see blood fly as she kind of hammers the clawed hands into its kind of up onto the top part of its chest and knocks it flat.
Go, Megan.
Medz, you're at the bottom of the round. Of the players.
After seeing what Mike did, talking through the trees and stuff, I'm wondering if because Byron's instinct is not to swing fists and fight. It's just not him. He wants to experiment because he thinks a bit different. I'll probably just pull a silly face as I try and make the undergrowth grab one of the wolves or something. Actually using the plants and the sort of foliage around.
Yeah, you. I was going to say,
thinking outside the box like a proper druggie.
Absolutely. The one that, in fairness, the one that really Mike was focused in on, that rolls away close to a pretty big bramble bush, and you reach out. There's a kind of moment as you'll actually kind of kneel, take a knee. When you put your hand to the ground, you can feel the bush. You can feel the forest around you. And as this thing gets up, and you can almost kind of see it kind of getting ready to brandish claws, you're like, maybe see if we can just grab hold of you. And you guys will see this bramble bush zip a few kind of cable-ish spiked cables around its arms and pull it, drag it back towards the bigger part of the bush. And you'll see, interesting enough, that the flowers all begin to blossom across Byron. Wherever you can see like scratches in his clothing from where he kind of broke through the brambles and where it was showing flesh before, he kind of bursts into flower, and that scent becomes heavy in the air as he communes with the greater forest around you.
For you freak.
One remains, and Jane will move towards you as the kind of probably most recognizable predator, and it'll take a step towards you and rake at you, and fails miserably. You're just too quick. Kind of slashes twice and takes a snapping bite at you, and you dodge just way too capably. It's easy. This thing's so slow. Top of the round. Medz, what you doing?
Is that other one gone and into the bushes now?
No, it's fighting.
Is he still struggling?
Yeah, it's still.
Oh, I'm just going to be folding in on it.
Yeah, you can feel the longer.
Wrap more and more brambles around it, and just basically strangle the life out of it.
I was going to say that the longer it's held, the stronger you feel in your connection to it, even to the point where you more and more, like you say, more and more cables kind of stretch up over it, pulling it more back into the bush, and that gives it better reach, so you can grab it with even more. You get to a point where you guys will see him stand up, close his fist, and you hear bones crack as this thing kind of starts to pulverize and break the Briar Wolf, and it shrieks a terribly human sound. No! As it screeches. You'll see it suck away into the kind of broken and twisted body of the Briar Wolf, kind of end up slumped in bush. Andy, you're next. What's the next action, please?
Well, I think the one that got downed by Megan, and it's going to be instinct. It's not something he's going to think about. He will leap at it, jaw gaping, and try and bite it.
Okay, let me roll. 8 dice.
It's not something. It's he just not thinking about it. It just happens.
Off the brain.
Oh. Okay. You guys will hear that crunch as this Briar Wolf raises a hand up in defense, and there's a loud crack as the jaw smash shut and the arm comes off at the elbow. And you'll see as blood, this kind of blood pours down poor Mike's face, and he mangles what's left of the jaw up.
Don't spit any of it out.
Oh my God, Mike, that was the nicest thing you've ever eaten. You're a bit of a foodie, but that was incredible.
I will look hungrily at the rest of the wolf.
Guys, you'll see the scratches on his legs vanish.
Just ribbons of saliva coming down from my mouth.
He looks so hungry though. This poor Briar Wolf's like, And James shrieks with a human. No. Next on deck.
I shall eat your face.
Mike. What's Jane's action?
I kind of like being the strongest and the fastest. I'm going to go for his throat.
Maybe a roll.
I've got teeth slightly mean it as well.
Yeah. Give me 9 dice, not 8.
Type them 9 dice in really loud.
Oh my god.
What?
I need to reset the roll 20 seed.
What have you done?
So close.
Something horrible. Yeah, you're kind of. Let's put it this way: you're definitely physically capable, right? But you're
Most
playing
of the
with your
time.
food. That's what it feels like. You kind of swipe at its throat, but it's more like a cat playing with prey.
Yeah, but I'm used to competing, not fighting.
Yeah, you definitely scored a point.
That is evident.
But you go bam, and it's like, oh. You
go
see it kind of
pat.
stumble, but yeah, you're playing with it. You're not trying to kill it. You're trying to score points on it. Yeah.
If you bring it to us as a gift afterwards, you're going to be in trouble.
And Joe,
Just the head.
Megan's just going to go crazy, like she doesn't quite know what to do, but she just wants to finish it off as quickly as possible.
Okay, roll me dice. 7, please.
Can I keep this picture of Jane?
Pictures.
5 successes.
No, you pervert.
5 successes.
You get this horrible moment as you know. Mike's just bitten the Briarwolf's arm off.
Nom, 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 nom.
And as it screams, you take your arms back, slash across its neck, and the head comes off. And when it hits the ground, there's a moment before it begins to mulch where it looks very human. Like as if you've torn through a human's throat and all the way to the bone. The head kind of rolls off, hits the ground, rolls in a very ball-like fashion, not a kind of elongated wolf-like fashion, and then begins to mulch down into the ground as the forest reclaims it. And the body drops, kind of mulches down again.
I'll grab as much of it as I can before it mulches.
Yeah, you managed to tear the rest of the arm and part of the shoulder away. And there's an awful, terrible sound as it grinds and pops. But bloody hell, it's the bone marrow. Oh, marrow. And you guys will see the blood kind of pouring down Mike's chest as he smiles. There is a bit of eyes roll a little bit as the gristle grinder Oh man, you reckon you could eat a whole one of these? Easy. Bring it on.
I'm looking hungrily at Jane.
You could grab one and just pop it apart.
Wishbone style.
Yeah.
Make a wish.
You've been fantasized about wishboning Jane since you were a teenager, but it ain't gonna happen.
Right. Crucially, the last one, the one that Jane was fighting that she's been playing with, turns to run.
Excellent.
There's a moment where this changes from predator to I'm not going to beat this, and it turns to bolt, and you get a free shot at it, Jane, before it goes.
I'm not going to take the shot. We wanted prey.
Okay. There's definitely a moment where you get that glimpse, the hunter heart in you, the part of you that's predator, sees the opening, and for just a moment, you feel like you could just reach out and just tear the neck open, just be like tearing paper, and it would be a mortal wound. There's no way it would escape. But it's everything. It takes all your kind of control to let it run.
Yeah.
There's something in you that wants to chase it.
Yeah.
You want to see it go. And guys, you see the Briarwolf kind of race away towards the trail.
I give out a roar of hunger and then start chasing.
Yeah, that's my favourite part.
You guys can
chasing the leader.
Okay, there's a whoop as you guys head off after it. tracking down the predator. Interestingly enough, you've seen the Briarwolf up close. You've fought them, and as this one starts to run, you definitely get the sense that it's changing. It's becoming more prey-like as it runs. It kind of glances back, half glances back, and then picks up pace with its kind of deer-like. I was going to say Pac-Man is coming. You guys race along behind it. It's heading for the trail almost certainly.
Excellent. That's exactly what we wanted.
Okay.
I think. Is that what we wanted? I look back to Megan for reassurance. This is right.
Let's go.
Megan with a jet black skin, black eyes, and razor-filled Morgos.
Arms bloodstained to the elbows.
Let's get out of here. Let's escape.
You race. I was going to say you race towards the trail. As soon as it gets onto the trail, there's a kind of a moment as it looks both ways to see which way to go, and then heads south fast. So it kind of like looks one way and then turns and starts to zip off down the trail fast. As soon as you get close to the trail, you can hear from the north the sound of hooves.
I'll take a hot on his heels.
Coming. Okay. Racing hard down the trail. Can everybody roll me some, effectively an athletics and stamina? Oh, no. So Jane, you roll 10.
Here we go, Botch.
What a surprise!
Let's have Megan. You roll 5. Mike, you roll 7, and Byron, you roll 6. Okay.
5 successes.
Jane zips away.
3.
Go, Byron. Speeding much?
Oh. And okay.
Maybe
5 successes.
Okay. You guys head down the trail at breakneck speed. You can hear the hunt behind you coming this way fast. Interestingly enough, you see the forest around you going by it really quick, but you can start to see the trees look slightly different. They're more gnarled. The ground is boggy towards the sides, sort of almost swamp-like, as this thing races away. You're starting to feel like you're closing in. It doesn't seem to be tiring much, because every time it kind of slows a little, it looks back, sees you bearing down upon it, and picks up pace again. But it gets to the point where it's just pushing out of, just kind of pushing towards the edge of the trail. And up ahead, you can see 2 short, stubby figures stood on the trail with spears. They don't look like animals. They look like 4.5 foot tall, slender, greenish hobs.
Goblins.
Yeah, they've got sort of slightly podgy features. You see the briar wolf, or as was the briar wolf, kind of break off the trail as it sees the 2 hobs cross spears on the trail, and it breaks off.
I like
heading
backpedal break.
Are you getting off the trail?
No, we came to where the goblins were. That was the plan.
Okay,
was it?
Apparently, it was the plan.
I semi-understood the plan. Nobody corrected me, so this is what we do now.
You see, there's this kind of little figure with podgy,
bad decisions better than no decisions.
Yeah, a podgy guy in a sort of strange leather and furred pelt stepped forward with a similar weapon. So you guys pulled the weapons off. They're a kind of somewhat elvish style to them. They're like engraved and quite ornate.
Yeah, mine's back there somewhere.
He brandishes something similar, but the thing he brandishes is covered in moss. It's old, very old. They cross their things. What brings you this far south?
We come to see the Chimera.
One turns the other way. What are you coming this way for? Really?
Yeah.
One of them chuckles. He hasn't eaten in ages.
Can you bring him some fruit?
No, he doesn't eat fruit. He eats you guys.
Team?
Not today.
Oh, you've come for a riddle, have you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Take him through, Tom. There's a kind of smile as one nods to the other one. Yeah, okay, this way.
Just a minute.
Oh,
Have I got time to grab another branch and do the spear thing?
Interesting enough, you look around, and your spear is lying upon the floor.
I'll pick it up.
Did he just call him Tom? Do they have names?
We're so racist, Megan.
There's a smirk.
Is it because you are black?
Goblin kind of waves you forward. This way. He sort of chuckles. Certain death lies just around the corner.
I'll turn back to you guys. Like, sure,
Let's just do it.
Okay, so
the clever one. I'm relying on you here, Megan.
He
We really shouldn't.
He walks a short distance away, and you can see it get completely like swamp-like here. The path, the trail fades. That's the kind of first time you've seen it deviate from this kind of dead straight, kind of picked out path through the trees, and it begins to fade and becomes very boggy. And the hob starts to jump from rock to rock as if he's kind of like just hopping along them carefully.
I'll follow what he's doing.
He walks until he gets to a piece of stone, and this kind of broad, you can see a broad piece of stone, huge ancient trees that are split and old and covered in moss are all around you. There's something of a cathedral-like feel to this place. It's like a throne room, if you like, of twisted ancient trees. And in the shadows on the far side of this space is a huge creature. It must be 20, 25 feet tall. A twisted creation, which I think I can drop into chat because I have a picture of it.
Yay.
Let me show you the chimera. Here we are. How do I get into chat? There we go. Copy. And boop. If you can see that. Oh, I put it into Skype chat.
Oh,
there we go.
Sorry, I don't know how to load it onto roll.
That's not good.
This huge twisted creature.
can we keep it?
It's weird.
You'll get a mocking laugh. The hob sort of beckons you forward. And there he is, says with a smile. Any last requests?
Yes, don't let the Chimera eat me.
That's not on the menu. You're on the menu. Carry on.
How do we ask for a riddle? How do we stop it eating us and get a riddle instead?
He kind of laughs. You don't even know how to ask for a riddle. Oh, you God, you're hilarious. Go on.
Do we have to take it fruit or something? Is that?
Can we bribe it with a furry boob flash?
You could.
At this point, I'm prepared to try.
Hob steps back.
Do we have to take fruit for it or something? Is that what the gardener meant?
You see the this huge kind of distorted head with those spiderish eyes and the kind of crusted, tainted mane turn, and its part slithers part slides over towards you.
I'll kind of step behind Mike.
Seems to stain dark as it moves closer towards you on the trail.
What do you think, Mike? What do you think?
I think I'll step behind Mike.
We'll both push Mike forward from behind.
There's enough of him for both. It's okay.
You get nudged forward, Mike.
I'll step in front.
Okay, Jane, you step in front. This huge creature, as it bears down on you, you can hear the kind of sort of clicking sound from its chelicerae around its mouth. But when it speaks, it has a surprisingly calm voice. A sort of
proper psycho.
It's not human sound. It's the sound of some ancient creature, but it speaks a strange garbled tongue that you will all understand. It's like a primal tongue that you can discern somehow. What brings you to my lair?
We seek the exit from this place.
The exit. The way home?
Yes.
Yes.
This is interesting. Few come here, for they know that I have a price for a favour.
Okay. Let's give up
The price is?
If you can answer my riddle, I will help you.
We will try.
But I must warn you. If you seek the way out, the only true place that you can leave the eternal forest is the Wandering Rose's home.
Oh.
God lied.
There is a doorway therein. Sometimes the forest can change and create a doorway to another place. But it is too random. If I was to change the forest and make a gate, the rose would know and she would come here. She would be there before you, would stop you. But I can keep her hunting for a little time. Only a little time.
But if we fail the riddle,
I will eat you all.
Yeah. I kind of gathered that.
I'll turn to
I
Megan.
have
Megan,
in time.
you're going to have to be my Google today.
I will do my best, because if I don't, we will all get eaten by the scary creature.
I'll look at you with imploring eyes.
There's a
You're the most timid-sounding black-taloned monster ever.
there's a really bizarre cheer from behind as about a dozen hobs all kind of, hey, someone's come. They're sort of chanting and sort of kind of clapping.
Eat
them! Eat them! Eat them!
Let me just check the order of events. We get a riddle, you then keep Rose busy, and how exactly do we get to the exit? Keeping her busy doesn't help us reach the exit. Do you create an exit that keeps her busy and we get out, or do you create an exit, or do you let us go to her house so we can get out? I'm not clear on the order of events here. We just need to be clear on the order of events.
You read the terms and conditions.
I did read the terms and conditions, I really did. Word for word, twice, maybe 3 times. Okay, 4.
I'll hug you.
Look, Glider, I can see you have the air of a pledge smith about you. I can taste it on the air when I grind your bones.
Make your bread.
Beside me. I will have the power of a pledge maker. Good. This is good. I will keep her occupied for a little time.
Mm-hmm.
You can seek through the forest, find your gateway home. Hopefully, you'll have long enough to get there. Is this a reasonable challenge?
We've no other choice.
You stand no chance really of getting through her residence to the doorway. It's too difficult. Maybe in 100 years or so, with the right training here in the forest.
I am not staying here 100 years.
Maybe we've been here 100 years already.
Don't even joke like that. I've got trials in like 3 months.
So,
Anyway, are you ready for your riddle?
Are we ready?
I don't.
Yes.
I don't think we're ready.
Yes.
I think we don't know where the house is. How do we even?
Other end of the trail.
We're ready.
Right, we're ready. Okay, we're ready.
Good. Listen well.
Oh no.
Pronounced as just one letter and written with 3. 2 letters there are, and 2 only in me. I'm double, I'm single, I'm black, blue, and green. I'm red from both ends, and the same either way. What
It's
am
I.
I?
Is it I? I? E-Y-E? I? No?
There's a roar, deafening roar from it, and all the kind of hobs kind of drop to the ground.
Are we getting eaten?
Look up. The doorway is open. And the man kind of turns
I
away.
will kiss you before you do anything else.
He turns away like there's another roar that shakes the trees.
Let's move fast.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have got that.
Where?
Where you going?
Back up the trail, back up the trail.
Are you racing down the trail?
Yeah.
As fast as our little weird fairy legs can carry us.
Okay.
Speak for yourself, flower boy.
Okay, you're hammering down the trail, and you can see, you hear this strange, a strange howl off into the distance, and you'll actually see up ahead on the trail the hunt divert off the trail and follow this strange howl.
Good.
And it kind of races off at pace to follow and track down. You continue up the trail?
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheese in it.
Everybody make me another one of those delightful rolls.
Athletics.
Athletics and stamina.
One, two.
So, yeah.
Oh, flashes away. Hang on. I didn't.
2 fine. Good.
I lost what mine is.
I think you got about 3, maybe more.
You can scroll back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just because it all just flashed away.
No, that's
3 and a
fine.
10, so you need to redo
Hang
it.
on. Hang on, I think Archie's getting up.
4. The 4 for Medz.
Perfect. You guys hammer down the trail, and you can see as you go past the point where the Wandering Rose and the rest of the hunt took off. You can see that the trees have even moved away, leaving like a promenade almost for her to
Gallop down.
Yeah, for her to run down. As you continue going, though, it takes you some time. You're unsure how long you've been traveling along the trail, but you've been running as hard as you can for as long as you can, and you are starting to tire. Just as you get to the point where sure I can carry on for much longer. Jane, you can hear the horse back on the trail.
The hunt's back on the trail. I can hear them.
Let's go. Come on.
You keep going hard, and ahead of you, you see ornate gates.
This is it. This is it. This is it.
Made of iron.
Oh, I'm
Losing your
getting
voice,
weird.
Phil.
I thought it was a sound effect like galloping horses.
It wasn't. Sorry. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, you can see these huge iron gates wrapped with thorny rose, like a rose bush, and they extend out both sides.
Andy, you're drowning out, Phil. Thanks.
Say again?
Andy was drowning you out.
I didn't realise.
Stood in front of the gates are two huge centaurs, both with spears. Yeah, these guys have got spears, I suppose.
She was struggling through.
Without missing a beat, Phil, I'm going to try and helm my spear at one of the centaurs.
And I'm just charging the other one.
Can we do? Let's do a quick initiative. Can we do a quick initiative if that's okay, guys? Just so you know, Medz, just to bring you up to speed. You've continued on down the trail. You get to a point where Jane tells you that the hunt have got back on the trail and are starting to come this way.
Joy.
Not long after that, you see these iron gates with like thorny rose wrapped bushes around them. Stood before the gates are two centaurs, two members of the hunt. So, what did we get?
4.
4 for you, Andy.
4 for me.
Here's a 1.
4 for you.
Bottom of the round, me.
Bottom of the round. How does it feel to be bottom of the round, Medz? Jeez. Joe, you get a 3.
For me.
No worries. Can you give me an 8 dice attack roll, please, Mike?
Which one?
For you to throw. Sorry, Jane. Mike playing Jane.
I'm not playing.
Whoop. As if by magic.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, it's enough.
So close. 7, 7, 7, 7.
Yeah. 4, 7. Full house.
Hell.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Magic dice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you hurl it, and this time you've adjusted. You've taken into account that you're stronger, and when you're throwing, there's not as much drop to it. You throw it, and it punches into the kind of pectoral of one of these centaurs and hammers a good foot deep. So it must punch out through the back. It roars, it shrieks. There's a kind of horse-like quality to it as it staggers forward, brandishing its spear. Next on deck, Andy, you with Mike.
I charge the other one.
Okay, you charge in, mate. Give me 8 dice. 8 dice. Oh, that's a good roll. Are you giving it some punchy, grabby, whatever action? What are you doing?
Yeah, I guess so. It's
Just
going to be easier than
crush
trying
into
to bite it to start with.
Much easier.
Got a bigger reach for one thing with your arms.
Just a couple for.
Yeah, you sort of shoulder barge into it, kind of actually knocking it up so it has to rear, which certainly seems to irritate it greatly.
The idea is kind of to get within the spear reach, inside spear reach. So.
Yep, no worries. So we got a 4. Okay. Joe, you're on deck with Megan. What's your action, please?
Okay, I'll go to attack as well. I'll kind of...
Attacking. Are you attacking the one with the spear from it protruding from its chest? Or are you attacking the one that's just been shoulder barged by the ogre?
shoulder barged one. I'll see while it's off guard if I can swoop in and do some damage.
7 dice.
7. Teamwork.
It's fucking teamwork.
2.
Not bad.
Slice.
Bad. Yeah, so you definitely hurt it. Again, you do this kind of weird jump and glide down onto it. Claws flashing. Blood. You see blood from the centaur's chest start to rush down its front.
Try and get some
It does go before you, Medz, but both of them get an attack. Jane, you get one attacking you. And it hits you. Let's have a look. It hits you a glancing blow with a spear, but it's enough to wound you. So you feel it slice into your arm, but it doesn't hurt as much as you were expecting.
Your skin, your beautiful skin.
Yeah, it definitely punches through.
Right in the pelt.
The other one, well, unsurprisingly, it actually doesn't go for you, Andy, play Mike. It doesn't go for the ogre. It goes for the sharp, black,
stabby claw.
And it punches its spear through your thigh, Joe. That hurts a lot.
I'll scream out.
That's going to make me angry.
It sure is. It sure is. Yeah, you see it punch through the front and out the back. The barb quite clear. Yeah. If it pulls that back, it's going to tear most of her thigh off.
Well, I get to be biting his arm off in a minute, so...
Okay, come back to that. Medz. What's Byron doing?
I do not know.
I do not know.
You'll do it with panache.
What did the gate look like again?
There was a big iron gate, twisted with rose, a kind of rosy headed bramble.
Open the gate! Open the gate!
The thorns from a big kind of rose that's been grown up around the gate.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard. Yes, can I open the gate?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you. Interesting enough, you maybe didn't realise it up until this point, but it is actually woven shut. There's something about it that you feel when the Wandering Rose gets here, as she walks up, it just
pulls apart.
And it's woven and bound up. Can you give me 6 dice, please, Medz? Let's see how we get on. Bloody hell.
That was scary for a moment when I saw the 2 men.
Yeah, that works beautifully. Yeah, sure enough, the vines, as they're tied around, slowly begin to uncoil and retreat back. And as they retreat back, it pulls the gates open. You hear a shriek from the centaurs. Attackers! Attackers in the grounds! They shout.
Finish them!
Finish them quickly. Top of the round. Chewy McChewface. Andy, you can go first this time. With Mike.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. What were you trying to do?
I'm going to chew his arm off, and I probably won't stop there.
Okay. Start eating.
Horseman.
To see how...
his arm at the hip.
But
okay. It's a horrible wound. You bite and tear, and you kind of tear a huge chunk off. There's a horrible point, guys, where you feel like you ever kind of torn a wing off a chicken. It's kind of like you see the flesh go, and then there's a sort of satisfying pop as it separates. That's what you hear as the centaur's torn, his arm and part of his shoulders kind of popped away.
You're badass.
As it kind of like there's a crunch.
I'll eat my way down towards
the
the spear.
hungry guy starts to eat. It's a mortal wound or an immortal wound, whatever. Whatever's most appropriate. It's bad for the centaur. Mike playing Jane.
Go for the throat.
Go for the throat. Oh my day! Did you really just get that?
That's the business.
Is that 6 successes with 2 10s?
Yeah.
You've scared Carl off.
That's scary.
He rolled so many successes, Carl was pushed out of the stream.
Just 6 successes.
Oh, 6. Oh.
6 successes.
That's an epic success.
He's messed up the video for the finale, though.
The tablet ran out of power, so I had to switch to my phone.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, there's you've seen, in fairness, you've seen Jane kind of playing with prey earlier on today. This is the first time where you really see that predatory nature kind of lock in. There's something remarkably feral about the way she kind of steps in, and it with a kind of backhand tears the throat out of the centaur. And it's kind of like you tear it out with one hand and draw back your spear with the other, and it kind of pops free. This thing just sinks to the ground. Doesn't mulch. It just drops. It kind of crashes to the ground. And you actually can see Mike still chewing as it goes. The other centaur goes limp.
Come on!
Crunch, crunch.
I'll come, but I'm bringing a bit of centaur with me.
Mike, you're gonna have to help me.
I was going to say, you can see still got the thing.
I'll pick her up with me. I will carry her for now.
No, you can't do that.
Okay, then I'm going to have to snap the spear.
I was going to say the spear is like
You're gonna
6 foot long.
get out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to push it through.
No, just bite the tip off.
Well, I will do in a minute. Just don't look, and I will bite through both ends and then push the remainder through.
I will properly scream.
There's a real
in
trapjaw
pain.
moment as he bites through the spear and spits it out, and you see it go dong into like a side of a tree, and you're able to extract it without tearing half her thigh away. I hate to say it though, she tastes so good.
Yeah, I can't help but lick the wound.
It's like
So wrong.
I was going to say, there's a real moment actually where
You're
his
away
eyes kind
from my
of,
leg.
pupils go to like pinpricks, and it's just like stares hungrily.
I'll slap him.
Always like boom as you hit him across the face, and kind of blinks, and comes back.
Pick up a piece of the centaur and let's start running.
It kind of, yeah, I was going to say, just takes a moment, puts his foot on the kind of body of the centaur and tears one of the legs away. Okay, we're ready to go. Good to go now.
Our relationship has reached.
Somebody who hated this place, you are really reveling in your nature,
It tastes so good.
As he tears the leg away, an arrow hits a tree next to you.
Run!
Arrow's about 2.5 foot long, fired by one of these centaur longbows. The hunt is upon you.
Run.
These centaurs had spears, didn't they? Phil? I'll gather up the other two.
Say again?
These centaurs had
one's
spears, didn't
broken
they?
apart,
Oh yeah,
isn't it?
one's broken. I'll grab the other one.
Yep.
Run!
Pile
I'll
on.
go as fast
Your
as I can.
spear's there. You've got your spear.
Yeah, but I've got one to throw that I don't care about.
You guys head further in, and you can see a kind of strange moss-like structure that's quite open. So it's almost like just a dome made of moss, and you can see fungus and mushroom stalks kind of holding part of the frame up. So it's almost like an open dome. You can see all around more centaur heading this way, and inside the dome you can see a large and ornate bramble.
Run!
A thicket,
Run!
dense and tightly packed. Go! An arrow comes and punches through Tom. Tom reaches up and coughs. Oddly, his blood's green as he coughs it and spatters some of you.
I'll get him.
And he
Keep
just
going.
goes, run! Run!
Yeah.
It's
I'll go
so
back
right
for
through
Tom.
the middle of his chest. Kind of staggers.
I'll go back for him, Phil, and try and help him.
The rest of you carrying on towards.
No, I'm going to shield everybody.
I'm running. Sorry, dudes.
So I make myself big. Get to the brambles.
I'm not leaving Tom behind.
There's kind of you can see
the
now
fun to
back
get him.
down the trail. The hunt is coming this way. They're coming through the gates.
Carry him, Mike.
You can see Tom's like he's not going to be able to run.
Scoop him up.
You scoop him up. You have to leave the centaur leg behind.
It's in my mouth. I'll just hold it between my teeth as I'm running.
You're running back towards the gate?
Yes. But I am at the back.
The thicket, the bramble thicket inside the moss thing.
Yeah, I'm heading towards that.
Right. What are you doing? Byron, what are you doing? What's your action?
I'm gonna try and open those brambles.
Okay. You start to sort of tear at them. You can see through a little way through the brambles rain. You can smell like the freshness of a spring downpour.
I'm right up your arse, honestly, like pushing you like through and trying to.
I was gonna say Megan like bangs into the back of you and kind of shoves you against the bramble.
Push.
Followed by Jane, probably.
Yeah.
And I won't stop. You're going quiet.
Have I gone quiet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just when you lean back.
Yeah, I think what it is the mic picks up when I make a loud noise and compensates for it.
Yeah. So as everybody piles into each other, I'm hitting them with momentum in a minute.
Oh no, poor Byron's going to get crushed.
So as for the first three of you, so the order is Byron, Megan, Jane, you pile in. Gristle Grinder, a barbed arrow punches through your thigh, and one goes through the back of your knee.
Let out a bellow.
Comes through,
And
you drop the centaur leg.
Yeah, chuck Tom towards the.
You're a good distance
Gets
away
caught
from
in the
them.
bramble.
They carry on running. Didn't. There's no way you can get him to the briar patch. No way. But you'll go to push him, and he'll drop next to you, and he smiles, and he'll reach out to you, and you see him kind of as he kind of makes contact with the ground. You see the wooden skin like blossom, and he reaches up, and the whole place, he seems to take control of all the moss and all the plant life around him, and pulls the doors shut, and you can just see this shrieking redhead and gold-eyed figure go, "No!" She fires an arrow through, and you'll see Tom kind of take it, and he'll turn to you and say, "I can't hold this for long, Mike. You just go."
I'll stagger to my feet.
You can see him straining, and his skin's becoming more wood-like, like
Grab
the bark of a tree.
Scoop up the centaur leg and chew as I'm staggering along, and hopefully gain a bit more mobility as I go.
Yep, you chew, and as you consume the flesh, it's easier to run a little. There's something mechanical bust there. You've been kneecapped from behind with an arrow, so it's you're kind of struggling along. You can see as you kind of turn back, you're just coming up to the bramble face. And as you look back, you can see the moss and stuff being torn apart, and you can see the wandering Rose step through, and she can see you guys going through, going through the gateway. Tom draws the sword from his belt and charges her. Kind of runs at her, and that's the last you see as the bramble kind of starts to pull you through. Guys, you feel, those of you that were at the front, you start to pop out into the rain. So Byron, you first, you feel wet slick your face as you stagger out. This terrible pain, like you're on fire as you've come through the brambles, you've come through the hedge. You can see scratches and scars all over yourself. There's a glimmer of green to them. but you kind of stumble through into the real world. You can feel the temperature different here. And Megan's right behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, ass.
Megan's trampling me.
Yeah.
Stumble through, and
Oh.
you could probably turn and help Jane through as well.
And then we'll wait for the others, like to pull everyone through.
You're expecting Tom next.
Where's Tom?
The huge form of Mike as he stumbles and then falls forward, and you kind of help him through. And it shuts as a thunder peal.
Where's Tom?
Where's Tom?
Mike, where's Tom?
I just look at you all, looking up at you because I'm on my knees, fucked him on the ground, and there's tears in his eyes. He saved you all. He saved us all.
No.
I couldn't save him.
Are we safe?
We need to move. What if she comes through? What if she comes for us?
Hello?
We need to move.
Hello? You
Hello?
can hear a voice calling from the distance.
What if? Who
Ranger's
comes
back.
for us?
Is that Jack? Is that Jack's voice?
Sounds like it.
Head towards
Did
him.
we get out? Did
Wait,
we get
what do
out?
I look like? What do I look like? What do I look like?
Get what? Get where?
Look at my
Look
hands,
like-
they're still furry.
Yeah, you look like Hunter Heart.
Shit,
You all look like the creatures you've become.
we didn't change it back.
Have we really got? Are we out? Are we out? Did we make it out?
Out of where?
We made it out.
You guys are stumbling along a trail that you guys made when you were running this way before.
My legs
Step out
killing
into
me.
you step out into the camp. Very intense.
We can't let people see us like this.
Oh, I need a bandage.
I'll
Running
get
to my
Mike's
tent.
medical kit.
Run for your tent. Stood to one side, watching you guys as you walk into the clearing.
Oh,
And interesting enough, Jack's got the same kind of wooded skin as Tom had. There's a grain to him. He kind of, his eyes grow wide, and he's like, "Oh my god,
You knew.
you're lost too."
what?
I know.
Where did you come from?
The Eternal Forest.
Where?
Earlier tonight.
Yeah.
You look different.
I know. So do you.
Did you strengthen the illusion, the mask? Is that what it was? You
What?
tricked me? Huh. I didn't
No.
know. Really? It's kind of like it's almost like he's talking to friends.
We've just been there. We've just got out.
Jack.
Are you a motley?
What?
Motley Crew. I'll say that.
Like,
Jack, we just ran out of a crazy forest from a crazy woman.
oh, you see the kind of look of or sort of surprised pleasure at seeing you fall away. Oh no. You were taken.
Yeah.
Rose.
How long were you gone?
When did you last see us?
He looks down at his watch. I only saw you. I last saw you a few hours ago.
That's how long we've been gone then.
I don't remember.
Hey?
What?
We're just there, Mike. Look at your hands, mate.
I can help you with this. He looks at your kind of badly wounded leg, both Megan, and he's got a little pack at his side. When he opens it, he'll take out a strange looking fruit. Kind of like an iridescent purple peach. You kind of extend his hand towards it.
It's a piece of food.
Eat this, he says with a smile. And all will be well. You can see the wound closing up.
After Mike does it, I'll do it. I've just seen.
Have a chew of that iridescent peach.
Something
Wings close up.
Something bad happened.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Mike.
Your endurance
Tom
is
died.
a private story. Personal to you. We have much to talk of, you and I.
What?
Yes, we do.
And with that, we'll call it time.